Hello, it's Scott Manley here, and today I will be flying that most Kerbal of aircraft, World War I fighters. You see, World War I happened when things were still a little experimental, and the game Rise of Flight tries to accurately simulate many of these classic warplanes. Classic warplanes that are also death traps. I mean, you will literally crash just because you turn too hard, and that makes it kind of fun. So this is a game that's actually available for free. I'm going to just set myself up with a duel. Let's do a duel. I'm going to pick a pilot. A Fokker, what about an SE-5A? That seems like a pretty good option. And a Fokker E-3. I'm going to make them novices. We're going to be approaching at... Let's make them approach a little closer. So that's closing the range here. So I'm obviously going to do it very, very simple setup just to show you to start with. I am going to say right away, I am rubbish at this game compared to many of the other players online, but perhaps you don't know about this game. And many people I've seen are talking about Battlefield 1 and how they're really excited to be able to fly biplanes. And I'm going to say right now, Rise of Flight, it's been out for 7 years, and you can fly all the classic biplanes and they're perfectly modeled. So I'm just going to take a look. This is my SE-5A. You have a little history of it. The SE-5A, a single-seat fighter, Scout Experimental 5A, was designed by the British company known as RAF, Royal Aircraft Factory. Yeah, it has a 200 horsepower engine, which makes it less powerful than my car. You can, give your pilots scarves and stuff. Let's put a streamer on it. Maybe they won't shoot me if it's a white one. You can give them a sidearm. You can literally pull out your pistol and shoot at the other pilot. Odds of doing anything? Practically nil. I'm going to change my plane, adjust the weapons convergence, maybe give myself a little less fuel since we're going to go straight into battle. And this does have a bomb rack. I don't need bombs. I'm not going to do that. Field modifications? Well, in this case, you can add features such as a fuel gauge or a cockpit light. These are paid extras. They're parts of DLC. I'm not sure... with Steam, you have to buy the DLC in packs, but if you go to their website, then you buy the stuff separately. But if you buy stuff from their website, it doesn't work in the Steam version and vice versa, so make sure you buy stuff correctly. Anyway, I'm going to start this mission with this setup, and we're going to go and try and kill some pilots here. And here we go! Okay, ready, and P to unpause. So we have this aircraft here, and we're more or less feeling pretty good. Just trying to stabilize it. Why is my controller not working? Now there is my target. Okay, let's see. Now my joystick is working. Seems to take a few seconds for the joystick to actually turn on. There's my target. And now I need to very carefully put myself on an intercept course with them. Now, if you think this is wobbling around a lot, then you would be right. It is to be expected when you have World War I fighter planes, which were mostly made of canvas strung together with wire and wood and things like that. Seriously, I have a newfound respect for the Red Baron, if he was able to even fly and not die. Okay, I'm gonna try and get a little closer. Now, killing things with guns in this game is pretty hard, because most of the planes are essentially fabric and struts and things like that. The odds of actually hitting something important like a pilot, either meat or metal is what they say, right? You've got to try and hit meat or metal, either the pilot or the engine. Pretty much anything else is not that interesting in terms of kills. Oh, look, I think his engine might be slowing down there. Where is he? I'm going to go after him. Just want to watch my airspeed, make sure it's not too fast, make sure it's not too slow. Yeah, he's got a little bit of smoke there. Oh, getting too close here. The engagement ranges of these things are hopeless. Oh, yes! Woohoo! Excellent kill! The enemy is down. Now look for more. Okay, so I'm looking around. I'm using Track IR to look around, incidentally. And there we have another one there. But because I have, chased my other target down, he is now above me and therefore has a height advantage. Energy management is everything. Okay, gotta get lined up. Gotta get lined up. Okay, oh, yeah, and I lost control for a second there. Okay. That was not the most effective move for me to do there. Just watch the speed. It's so easy to just, like, stall and fall out of the sky here as you're maneuvering, especially if you're getting into turning battles with something which is more agile than you, and I've no idea if the Fokker is more agile, but I'll tell you what. It's a mean mother... No, never mind. That's a terrible joke. That is a terrible, terrible joke. I'm going to be here to meet the Fokkers on the field of battle. Oh, and totally missed that. Yeah, there's no targeting computers. There's no beyond visual range engagements here. You know, that's one of the one of the appeals of these World War I fighter sims, is that the engagement ranges are literally like reach out and touch your enemy. Man, this is so hard. Oh no, I'm losing control again. And once again, not just losing control, but losing vital energy as I try to maintain some sort of position that I can strike my target with. Okay, there, got him in front of me, and now I turn in that way, and he's turning too hard, and I'm gonna... Nope. Totally missing. Totally missing. The real question is, am I gonna crash into the ground first, or will he? Okay. Oh, I'm out of ammo! What the heck? Try to clear the jam. Oh, there. My gun's jammed. Man, and I had him where I wanted him. I still have him where I want him. He is spiraling down. Soon he will hit the ground unless I hit him first. Oh, no, 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 no. Remember what I said? Turning too hard can literally make you fall from the sky. I didn't hit it. I think I might have put some bullets through his tail there, maybe, if I'm lucky. Oh, 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 oh. Okay, once again, back with the incredible Ram Animal. I'm putting some bullets through his wing, but that ain't gonna put him down. Or is it? Did he go down there? I think he might have gone down. Oh no, he's still flying. Oh, and my nose is coming up too high, and I'm losing it, I'm losing it, I'm losing it, I'm losing it. He is gonna be an easy target, in theory, from here, right? He's trying to land next to his bros in the road. Yes! He's down. He's losing bits of his wing. He won't be coming back. Okay, so I think I've had enough pew-pew with this dude. Let's go and take a look at some other stuff. Okay, so I'm just gonna set up, like, if you look at this plain choice menu, you can set up a skirmish between multiple teams. This is a cross-section of the aircraft available in the game. The ones that are obviously grayed out with price tags, those are the ones I have to buy with DLC, but a few years ago I got this nice deal where I got a bunch of DLC together. I ended up getting like 20 copies of the game because the deal ended up working so well, and I gave away a bunch of those to people during live streams. So anybody that ever got a free copy of Rise of Flight from me, hope you've enjoyed it, because I think it's still quite entertaining. Yeah, I mean, you can play with some really, really old aircraft here. The one that I'd really like that I don't have is, I think this is the Airco, no, is that the one? DH3? Oh no, it's the FE2B. This one has the gun sticking out the front there. You can see how most of this is essentially wide open airframe. I should put one of those in my team. I'm gonna, that's not gonna be the one I fly. Plane. How about we put one dude on my team that is flying in... Yeah, see, that's not me, so I can put any aircraft in here. You can stick the Airco DH1 in there. And we're going to fight against a bomber. And I'm setting his skills to novice. I'm going to put in 2 of them, though. Yeah, we'll put in the Gotha. The reason I'm putting his skills to novice is because if I make it any harder, then it almost certainly will try to outmaneuver me and crash. That's all I've seen from these bombers. Just show you other things that we have. There's missions. We have all sorts of scenarios where you can just take off and fly. You can, fly specific things. There's channel map. There's basically 2 different... Well, there's 5 campaigns, one of which is pay only. Career mode has 2 different maps. one of which the channel is from the Channel Battles DLC. The Western Front is a standard one. And there's multiplayer. And the best thing about multiplayer is that, you know, you can have multi-crew aircraft here and have all sorts of fun. I'm going to start this mission because it's going to be fun. Mission is loading. So I'm going to be flying in the... We're going to be some allies flying against some bombers. That ought to be fun. Let's see how this works. Start. So now we're looking for our target. Oh, it's paused right away. So what we got to look for... There they go there. Those are those bombers. Intercept and destroy. And I have to be careful here because I don't want to stall this. So yeah, these guys are probably going to have turret gunners. And the turret gunners are actually literally guys standing on the plane and shooting, and that means that they have turrets on top, not underneath. So that's something to be aware of. You know, there's the old vision of diving from above out of the sun. That makes a lot of sense when you're playing against fighters. Not so much sense when you're going against bombers. And now we can actually see some distance markers, which of course this is something the game provides and does not. We're not actually visible to pilots of aircraft in this era. Now, I wonder, are my wingmen still with me? Yes, they are. They're ready to move in for the kill. And we're now getting in range, so... Put myself in position. I mean, I'm basically just tailing them. They're just gonna open up on me as soon as I get close. I wonder if the pilot skills and the crew skills are the same thing. There, we got a targeting reticule, which obviously you can disable if you want to play the game proper hardcore. I'm just going to try and aim and shoot through it. You could, I mean, in the old days, obviously they had to guess their way through all of this. Indeed, early on in the war, the planes didn't have guns. I believe that early on they tried to shoot each other with, you know, shotguns and things like that. But it wasn't effective. It wasn't effective at all. And once aircraft came along with built-in guns, the pilots actually kept the pistols around because, hey, if your plane caught fire in the air, it was a good idea to shoot yourself rather than burn alive. Oh no! Engine's damaged. It's spraying oil all over my goggles. Oh dear. And yes, if I did not have that targeting reticule, oh wait a second, engine's damaged as well. Yay, engine is not revving particularly well. So I think I'm going to have to disengage and try to find a place to land. Except that I am a long way behind enemy lines. I am in an allied... I say allied. I think I'm in... I'm not in a German plane, and I am behind the German lines. So I'm going to travel westwards and see if I can glide far enough with this crippled plane. Unable to see and unable to find the key that will let me wipe my visor. Not saying that such a key exists, but if it does exist, then I haven't bothered to rebind it to something useful at this time. Okay, it's official. There is no way in heck that I am going to be able to land this thing on the correct side, but there is an airfield here. And I've heard that, you know, pilots, they treat each other with some respect, or at least they used to. Perhaps these guys will just fix up my plane and not realize that it's from the other side. Assuming that I don't actually crash it on landing, because, hey, these things are in fact death traps. I think I'm getting over the... God, I can't see anything. Just throttle this down to nothing, and the engine has stalled anyway. And we're landing. Oh, there's huts. There's not huts, tents. There's tents there. And oh, hey, I think I missed them. And I'm losing control. Oh man, if only I'd kept that straight, I would have been able to get home just fine and not crash it. Darn. If you think shooting things in the sky is too difficult because of the way they move, there are targets sitting on the ground, such as fuel tankers. Yes, you could of course make those explode. Fun, fun, fun. The campaigns will include many missions with many targets. Some of the aircraft are in fact bombers, and some of the aircraft are quite capable of taking out some serious targets. You can, for example, attack these big gun artillery, which were, of course, immortalized in poetry by Baldric, if you remember. Hey, excellent. Boom. There are targets on the ocean, and of course, here's an example of a seaplane. This comes from the Channel Battle expansion. And I'm just flying this in third-person view so you can actually get an idea of what things look like. Again, doesn't the ocean look great? Don't these targets look easy? Well, they're probably a little harder than I would like, given that I only have little guns on board this plane. You still have the targeting reticule because you have the overlay vector here. But, here we go. And yeah, also, damage modeling, or the collision modeling, is pretty good. I would not have expected that to happen. And of course, given that this is a war game that you can play both sides, you can in fact fly the famous Albatross 5, made famous by the Red Baron. And here I am attacking a British aircraft. This is an early British combat design, which is really cool. It uses a pusher engine on this, and it has a pilot, and in front of them there is a gunner that sits in like a little turret with a gun, and he can fire the gun in all sorts of directions. Whoa! But he's not. He's trying to have a. He could, in theory, hit me if he was good, but to actually hit me, he has to kind of lean out and literally sit his butt on the front of the plane facing backwards to shoot backwards. It is technically possible, but yeah, you can actually get that design if you, of course, buy the relevant expansions, and I can't tell you which one it is. If you're going to buy the expansions, of course, you know, it's always wise to wait for Steam sales and things like that. Unless you absolutely must have it. I think this is going down. And another expansion is, of course, the Russians. There was an Eastern Front with Russia and Romania fighting against the Germans. Here's a couple of Sikorsky, you know, heavy bombers. 4 engines on this thing. My Albatross has but 1 engine, but I have 3 wingmen. We will do our best to put these things, to knock these out of the sky. Oh, you can see there's a little guy on a turret there. He's the one that's shooting at me. I'm wondering if I've killed him yet. It's really hard to tell. I think it takes 4 shots to absolutely put a pilot out or a crew member out of action. Not sure how many shots it's going to take to put the engines out of action. The game doesn't have random hardware failure. It does have other problems, and it does model damage very specifically. You know, if you hit things enough, then spars will break, but bullets going through the wings won't put you down. They won't leak fuel or anything. I mean, modern aircraft, if you hit the wings, then you're probably going to have fuel leaking and fire starting. These things, yeah, they can take... There's so much of it that is just space that it can take quite a few shots. There it is. 3rd pass against this. Gonna throttle back. No, just a little. Come on. No, you want to go down. Oh, hey, engine gone. Or not the engine, plane. A wing. Wing, that's what they call it. Planes have wings and engines, and that's what just fell off of that one. Now we gotta go back and kill this other one. Oh, ow, 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 he's hitting me. Ah, my legs, my liver, my liver. Oh, hopefully not my liver, that would be really bad. Okay, I'm going to vow to fight on. The red mist in my eyes is the red mist of rage. Where is it? Where is he? Whoa, there! Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, crap. I think I hit him. I must have hit him. Either that or I just jerked the stick out of control. No, I've totally lost it. I'm dead. Farewell, cruel world. Yeah, if you fancy playing this, it is Rise of Flight is available on Steam, United version, for free. More planes cost money. It's worth looking at. I'm Scott Manley. Fly safe.